So to begin with, you have to know how to do pretty much everything with a matrix. Like, for example, if I say 2, 3, 1, 7, you're supposed to be able to find like 10 things. Start by just putting that in as matrix A on your calculator. Now, I know some of you are going to think, well, I'm just going to do everything on the calculator. Actually, you can't, because sometimes we're going to throw a variable into it. So you have to know how to do some things by hand. So I'm going to review that part with you today. Like, for example, if I asked you to find the inverse of this with your calculator, that'll be easy. You'll just go a to the negative 1. Do it. Is it possible that you could ever do the inverse and then it doesn't work? Yes, that means that the determinant was what? 0. Good. Now, let me show you why that would happen. What if I had, don't write this down, just listen. That was a bad choice. I'm going to make this a 4 and a 6. Why would this one fail? It could not get an inverse for that one. What is the determinant by hand? No, I know you could go DET of it, but then you'd have to type it on the calculator. What's the determinant of it? 0. And how do you know it's 0? 2 times 6 minus 3 times 4. All right, so I'm going to show you how to find an inverse, and I want you to write this one down now. 2, 3, 4, and 6 is the one we're going to do an inverse of. Write that down. Got this copied down yet? Okay, good. Now, you take 1 over the determinant, and the determinant was, again, 2 times 6 minus 3 times 4. And then I've described it as flip-flop, op. If you wanted a drawing, there's the flip-flop. Here's the op. Do you remember that means the 6 goes here, the 2 goes here. You're not writing anything. You've already done it? If you've already done this, I'm impressed, but I barely have done it. Negative 3, negative 4. Raise your hand if you already had that. Awesome. Then why didn't it work, Miller? Oh, what were you supposed to do to catch up on being not here? Watch the video. All right, and then you would have known that that part being 0 means 1 over 0 can't work. So then you can't do this one. All right, but that's how you do an inverse by hand. All right, that's an inverse with the calculator. You should all be able to do that. And then I'm going to keep matrix A the same here, and I'm going to set up an equation, just like yesterday. 1, 1, 4, 6. There's an equation. Now, I taught you how to solve that with inverses. Please use matrix A and matrix B and do the inverse thing on both sides. And let's see if you got this. All right, you should have used this as matrix B. And then you should have known that to get rid of matrix A, you do A inverse in front of it. And careful, if you put the A inverse after it, you will get it wrong. If you just do this on your calculator right there, you'll have it. Please compare your calculator once you've done that and hit enter. Compare your calculator with the kid next to you. See if you get the same answers. Ike, compare with John instead.
It's not working. Every time I try to press matrix B, it goes into like the square of the part.
Negative one? Vincent, did you edit the B? I got 10. Vincent, did you edit the B matrix?
Yeah. I changed it to 1, 1, 6.
All right. So what else do you have to know how to do? Quite a few things. One of them is multiplying matrices by hand. I know you can multiply them with a calculator. Like if I wanted A times B, you just do that. You go A times B and it would do it. But what if it's like this? Everybody write this down. 1, 1, 4A. See, calculator can't do it anymore. Times 3, negative 2. Now the first thing you got to do is figure out if it'll even work. John, you can't use calculator. It won't work because it's in the end. And we shouldn't. This is clearly a 2 by 2. Anybody can tell me that. But what's this one over here?
2 by 1.
2 by 1. It's always got to be rows then columns. How do I tell from looking at those numbers that it works?
You look at like the inside numbers, actually
Good.
the same,
What does this tell me?
and the dimensions of the
Yes, the answer will be a 2 by 1. Now that I know that, I'm putting empty eggs. And now you are going to do the little row 1, column 1 thing. See if you remember how to multiply these. This is not me teaching you how to do this. This is me reminding you. You should already know. Yes, there's an A in your answer. The spot here is row 1, column 1. So I use row 1 and column 1. I multiply. 3 times 1. And plus the other one, which is 1 times negative 2. I think it comes out to 1. Raise your hand if you had a 1 there. Nice. Then on the other part, that is row 2, column 1. So then I use this, row 2, with column 1, which is the same things here. And I get 12 and minus 2a. 12 minus 2a. Who had that right too? Awesome. Then you know how to multiply them. Whether you need a calculator or by hand, you're good there. Do you feel like if I asked you to get the determinant, you could do that by hand? The numbers they go multiply across, you know? Take 2 seconds. If you understand this, tell me the determinant of 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't use the calculator. Do it by hand. Should have done 1 times 4 minus 2 times 3, which would be 4 minus 6, which would be negative 2. Who had negative 2? Nice. Okay. And then from there, sure, there could be a few more things that you might want to look for to practice, but I want to give you a ton of work time today. So what your job is now is to take the review worksheet, and I will make sure that the key's up too, and that you should do that whole review worksheet. I know that's a lot, but you have a ton of time in class. You should do some tonight too. And then if you do that, you're on track for an A on this test. It should be an easy test if you actually practice for the review here. It should be an easy one. All right, and that's all I got for you for today.